We're live. What's going on? Guitar and coffee. Yeah. What could go wrong? So, one thing, if you ever want to play live, you got to deal with hecklers. Um, one time we were playing outdoors at Bobber's in North Liberty, and some long-haired dude was kind of like, I can't remember what he was saying. He was kind of pointing me out, like saying I was not playing correctly or something, or he was criticizing me, and that's cool. I took it for a couple of songs, 3 or 4 songs, and he just kept kind of picking at me, saying, "Can't remember what he was saying. It was not, I don't know, just being kind of rude." So I usually have a really like a super long guitar cable going to my amp. So he was sitting maybe 30 feet out in front. And so I just marched straight, made a beeline straight at him, handed him my guitar. I said, "Show us how it's done." And he was like, "Whoa, hey, whoa." He was all kind of flustered. Show us how to do it. So I go, "Well, you got a pick?" Okay. So I hand him a pick. He's like, "It's not the right kind of pick." I'm like, "Oh, what's the matter, big boy?" So he was like, he's gonna play. He's gonna show us some stuff. He was gonna go something like some power chords, like I forgot, but he was kind of going. He goes, "Your guitar's out of tune." I'm like, "No, it's not. You're pressing too hard. You're bending the strings with your fretting hand." And he was like, "Oh, try it again." And he got pretty flustered. And then he handed the guitar back. I go, "Is it okay if we continue with the show?" And so he we were playing, but he was going from every person and pointing at me and talking and kind of making, whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. Another time. Oh, here's a good one that you could use on me. Like if a guy's yelling at you or something from the audience, you say, "Hey, weren't you here last night? I recognize the shirt." You know what I mean? Something like that. Because I think this shirt's from Thursday. But anyway, so I can't really talk there. But there's been other incidences when, I find a burst of energy when, if we get just, out of the hundreds of gigs that we play, every once in a while you'll meet that one person, and it's I kind of wait for it. It's fun. All right, what's up? This is the Gretsch 6121. This is a 1959. That means it's older than me. It's got a Bigsby whammy bar, which was installed aftermarket by some brilliant person with the drill. Why, I believe I'm going to drill some holes in that guitar. Like, yeehaw. So they also routed out these cavities for larger pickups. These should have been the little single coil D-Armands or something. And when I got it, the neck was kind of coming off. So we did a neck reset, and the frets were about worn down to nothing. So we refretted it, put in a bone nut. But the tuning pegs are original, which I really like, original tuning pegs. Usually people immediately change the tuning pegs on their guitar when that's rarely a problem. And somebody put this nice roller bridge on, which I should probably lube. I think that's been lubed up, I guess. But there's a roller for each saddle, so the strings can not get hung up on the bridge saddle. So yeah, this has a pretty skinny neck here. I always tried to play Stray Cats stuff, but that's pretty difficult. I could do. Rock This Town. That's a pretty good one. Oh boy. Well, let's tune it again. So what are you guys up to? Anybody practicing today? I've got a gig from 3 to 6 in Amana, do a solo show. That could be fun. Here we go. Ah, yuck. Since putting a bone nut on this, tuning stability's been not as good as it was when I had a graphite nut. I should have told the guy to put a graphite nut on. This thing was killer for staying in tune. Now it's back to fighting. Ugh. But anyway, this is kind of a crazy old guitar, but I've played, full 4-hour gigs with it. And once it gets kind of settled in, it stays in tune all night. We do a lot of, semi-crunchy, harder rocking stuff. A lot of reasonably rip-roaring solos and so forth. But it's kind of, I'm not used to it. This guitar's been sitting for a while. Better get my bearings. These are TV Jones Filtertrons. Well, I hope I get wound up so I feel like gigging today. That's still early. So maybe this guitar should be played today. I've been using my blue Strat a lot for live solo shows, just because a Strat is so ergonomic. That contour that goes into your ribs, it just fits great. And the arm angle, I really like that. The weight and the feel, the neck is great for a Strat, listen to that. G is sharp. Well, I do have some lube to put in these slots, so maybe I'll try that. Hey, Gary, what's going on, man? Hi, buddy. Coffee time, yeah. I use one of those cone-shaped filters, that metal that you put over the cup and put the coffee in it, and then you pour the hot water on it. And my wife says I put about a pot full of coffee into that strainer thing. So, like a teaspoon? That's ridiculous. So, what's going on? Yeah, I'm just going to leisurely load my car and kind of prepare. Like when I have a gig, I spend all day getting ready for it. Just kind of like a ritual. I spend the whole day just moving the amps and guitars in the right position to load up, making sure I have the right cables and microphones. Yeah. Oh, you got the same system with coffee. Wow. Yeah. No plastic on that. So I'm always suspicious of like coffee in a styrofoam cup. It's like, ooh, 3 table. You measure. I have to try that. I'm always suspicious of coffee uh, hot coffee on plastic items. I assume you're drinking plastic molecules. So, like today, starting every day, I start guitar out. I feel like I don't know anything when I wake up. So I have to kind of figure out, ooh, maybe I'll play a song that Trevor wrote called Dusk Requiem, which it's a pretty heavy duty chart. I got my Surf Zombies book here. Was that reversed? All right. That's funny. Well, I don't know why cameras have to reverse things, but in my day, cameras didn't reverse images. So this is one I got to play rhythm on. Let's see if I can learn a song or review what I do. That's a tough chord. Ah, how do I do that live? Yeah. Oh, it was not reversed. Okay. Check out those chords, man. Taking my time here. I love that B minor right there. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna try it again. Here we go. Yeah, this is by Trevor. Oops, shoot. Oh, boy, it's rough. All right, well, so like I started Surf Zombies about 2006, and I wrote most of the songs. Then we had, our other guys started writing more, and then that band kind of like fell apart. And hi, buddy, what are you doing? You're gonna make my afternoon coffee? Oh, good. Hi. Yay, chord progressions. Hi, Rita. And so what was I saying? Okay, so I wrote, a lot of songs on our albums And we got Trevor on bass, and he started writing a few songs for us, and they were really good, but they were kind of like really progressive. He would write stuff that was just, I found it really difficult to learn the sequences. They seemed uh, kind of foreign to my way of thinking, but yet they were great songs. And so, anyway, Trevor just keeps getting better and better with writing. He's kind of simplified some of his writing now, and he just gets better and better. So, like I was saying, I was kind of like the number one songwriter. Now I'm kind of like not number one anymore as a songwriter in Surf Zombies. His stuff is maturing at, it's kind of like having Mozart in your band. Or Paul McCartney in your band. What are you gonna do? Get mad at him because he's great? I just say, man, keep him coming. I'll try to keep up. So he writes stuff that kind of fits. He bounces my style back to me. Like before I met Trevor, he probably didn't do stuff like that's something he probably kind of got from me, from my kind of exercises, and wrote something that will fit me. So it's kind of custom written for my style. So it's like, wow, that's amazing. Hey, Gary, my camera thing is right in the way of the surf guitar. Was Dick Dale your initial or biggest influence? I didn't really know about Dick Dale until like Pulp Fiction happened. So when we got into surf music, it was, I'm going to grab a different guitar. It was, I was playing a guitar just like this. It's early or a middle 60s Mustang, same color. And we had a 45 RPM record of this song. So it's just a scratched up 45, we learned that and played it. And I just thought that was just, I didn't really even know what surf was. I just knew it was kind of a beach song. And then an older relative came by one day and showed us this riff. And he said, that's Pipeline. And all he really did was just show us. So I'm like, that's cool. That's Pipeline, but cranking up the reverb, man. I didn't know there was more to it. Yeah, So I didn't really think much else about it. That's Buzzy. All right. So yeah, but we always used a little bit of, like in the 80s there was some kind of like that Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, You Got Lucky. Mike Campbell did that, the Gretsch, that really lonely cowboy kind of a Marlboro man soloing. So I always heard, or like Dwayne Eddy style, kind of. They're real minimal. I always liked the twangy guitar, but I didn't really put it together what it was, until people kept saying, "Man, you got to put a surf band together." I'm like, that will never work. But Gary, our first gig was opening for Dick Dale. So no kidding. And then we opened for him a second time. I had a pretty good little conversation with him. He was super cool. He was kind of a mentor, the way he kind of, he knew he was respected, and he knew that he had some good ideas, and he just was comfortable as kind of the elder statesman of surf of that style or whatever. But I think he did a lot of different styles. When he played live, he did yeah, he used his cornet and sang. He did different kinds of jams when we saw him. It was kind of bizarre to sit like right up in front and just watch him really close. And yeah, he plays just kind of wild. He had a wild style. His guitar, what's he, a lefty, or it was all flipped or something? It was all upside down. Everything was inverted, and I don't know what his tuning is, but he kind of plays different inversions and tuning, and everything was hard to tell what was going on. But he was a really nice guy to talk to, so that was all right. Yeah. His wife gave me his pick. I've got it in my pick collection somewhere. I think it's right here. Yep, there. Well, one of my pick collections. Yeah. So we opened for him twice, and that was okay. One of the wildest gigs we ever did was opening for Southern Culture on the Skids. Oh my God. That was really our crowd. They were just crazy. But we do a lot of like car shows or brewing companies or bars. We can kind of play with like a kind of punky rocky bands or pop bands or different. We opened for oh God, a Flock of Seagulls and Naked Eyes. Only problem was Flock of Seagulls, their flight got canceled or something. They couldn't make it. So, there's a crowd there to see a Flock of Seagulls, and we're like, we took thank you. We said goodbye, and then they told us, they said, well, you guys got to go back up and play. Like, well, Flock of Seagulls isn't coming, but you get us, more songs with no words. So that was kind of fun. They tolerated us. We didn't get run out of town that time, but not everybody gets the instrumental thing, Some people get upset because there's no words, and that's fun to watch. So, we kind of enjoy any reaction, from none to, if people are really liking it, that's nice too. But really, when we play, we have so much fun as a band that it's just like a party on stage for us. And if people are there, that is even better. So I was really looking for like a Music Master, which is a small kind of student model Fender guitar. They have a really kind of cute little neck. It's narrow and small. It's very similar to this Mustang, but I think I'm just going to be happy with the Mustang. Yeah, Satriani, man. That'd be kind of cool. So one thing that's been really cool the last kind of year and a half is I started taking lessons with Eddie Angel from Los Straitjackets. And man, we have a great time. We meet on Zoom. He's in Nashville. But the first lesson we had, Eddie had his mask on, and he's got that cool gold mask with the black eyes and the black kind of mouth and nose. It just looks cool. And I was just like, hello, wow. And he's like, what? And I'm like, nothing. And so we did an hour lesson with him wearing the mask. Man, that guy is cool. And later, the next lesson, he took the mask off. But, man, we have a blast. So the first thing Eddie Angel showed me was like kind of this. Or, like, okay, I already know that. But it was still fun to confirm. And he's like, when you solo, you can go. I'm like, I kind of already knew that, but I appreciate it, man. And then he goes, for your second verse, just go here. And you can just stay there when it goes to the D. You can stay there for all 12 bars. This thing sounds kind of sour. And then, we just had a ball. I thought that was hysterical. That's what we learned on our first lesson. Then what did he? Here's one that we do. Let's see if I can remember these. This is an E9 chord. We work on this a lot. That's like a D, F sharp, G sharp, and an E. There's an A9, E9. That's a chord that we work on. I was talking about taking lessons with Eddie Angel. And then you switch to this. Wow, we spent a lot of time reviewing that. Chords, learning a new chord takes time, doesn't it? So again, that E9, if you got your guitar, it's 12, 11, 9, 12. 12, 11, 9, 12 for E9. And the whole point of that is switching to this A9, which keeps that 12 on the first string. The A9 is a 11, 12, 10, 12. Now, if you're taking guitar lessons and you don't always listen to your teacher, you don't always absorb it all, don't feel bad, because I don't remember everything either. I try to take notes during the lesson, and I forget to practice, and I blow it off, and I get distracted. So you're not the only one. I sure forget stuff. That must mean B9 is up here. Or is it more of a B7? Let's check it out. Yeah, I guess it's just an A9 and B9. You can go like, yikes. And Eddie taught me a whole lot of his songs and solos and stuff. I wrote them out the best I could, but I don't always practice them. And I just kind of go back to doing my old thing. I always do. But one lick he showed me was from, the song Cahuenga by Los Straitjackets. Eddie showed me that one. It's pretty cool. Cahuenga Kawanga. Kawanga. He told me they got that title from a street sign in Los Angeles that was spelled like CAU, you know. But he said, man, wouldn't it be better to spell it Kawanga, Kawanga? Same for me, lots of notes, but forget stuff too. Just try to pick it all back up when I'm practicing. Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to remember. So I got all these notebooks down here, a whole giant row of notebooks of things I've written out, of songs I've tried to play. And there's one, two, three, four, about 20 big old notebooks full of stuff that I've studied and tried, and people ask me, what do you play? I'm like, I don't know. I can't remember anything. But then I've got this booklet here is all Surf Zombies songs, which my buddy said I should make a book of Surf Zombies songs. And a lot of them would just have like the original, written out, handwritten stuff. Possibility. And, but a lot of times when I practice, I just default to. I just love to do the blues, man. Yikes. With this little Mustang, the notes sound kind of choked and pinched out. That's kind of my default, is go back to practice my blues and stuff. So yeah, I used to run like a cover band called the Flamin' Camaros, but it just got too frantic, setting up the PA all the time. And we had like different bass players come and go, different singers and different drummers. And I'm just like, and the bass player we were using had like throat trauma. I had been hit in the neck by a surfboard, so my voice dropped like 2 octaves. And so I'm like, and the pandemic was hitting us. I'm like, let's just bag it. So now I just do solo shows, Surf Zombies. Then I joined Past Masters, which is a casino band, kind of a show band. Blues is nice too. I'm gonna add a little I've been really enjoying some distortion. I rediscovered the Rat pedal. If you're thinking about getting another pedal, look into the Rat. I mean, I buy quite a few, not tons, but distortion, overdrive, fuzz pedals, and like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I played a Rat in the 90s for like most of the 90s. I had a Rat, and I'm kind of got sick of it. I'm like, I just thought it was just kind of like too run of the mill. Well, sometimes that really works. So I bought one a few months ago, and I just love it. Kind of turns this little plinky, thanks man, turns this little plinky Mustang into a little more of a rock machine. And I've been using some delay. kind of good practice to get me warmed up, get moving, get grooving. So like, what are you guys working on? Anybody practicing anything? Any new concepts? Any? I'm always wondering what everybody else is up to, with practice and how you approach the guitar. I'm gonna do a dive bomb here. Sometimes you just got a dive bomb. Pretty cool. Wow. Holy biscuits. That's kind of cool. I wonder what note that is. Let's find out. It's like an A. Oh, you got the Beatles book. Cool. Yeah. Iron Man, you can do your thumb on the big string. Uh-oh. What are you going to do? New song. Ooh, Dire Straits. I love Bob Dylan. I like Bob Dylan's whole career. Everything he did was cool, I think. What Dire Straits song are you doing? Yeah, Bob Dylan. Lady Rider, huh? Wow. I remember when Sultans of Swing was a hit, and I was driving this 73 Volkswagen around with AM radio. There was nothing on the radio except Sultans of Swing. I liked that when that came on, and I like 3 songs in that era. I remember from Sultans of Swing, My Sharona by the Neck, and Tragedy by the Bee Gees. Oh, you got Sultans down. Good. All right. Yeah, I love those. That kind of sets you off on a path, to learn. I love those triplets. If that's D minor, B flat, C, and F, and C, B flat, and D minor. That's kind of a cool concept, is those triplets, their chord tones, yeah. And you can apply the Sultans of Swing thing to a lot of stuff. It's just cool. You just got to know your triplets or your chord formulas. If it was G major, oops, and A minor, B minor, C major, D7, E minor, This one's weird. The F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and G major. One thing I used to practice a lot that I really loved would be like if you're doing G and you play like the diminished chord, which is F sharp, and turn that diminished chord into some sort of a lick, like to the G. So that's based on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 7th chord in the key of G is F sharp diminished 7 or F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So that tension of that chord going back to G, I really enjoy that kind of uncomfortable, dissonant leading tones. So I'm just taking those notes of that chord, which are D sharp, A, C, and F sharp, and just stretching them out over the neck, which is pretty easy to do because you find the root and just skip 2 frets, 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 so on and so forth. And then it resolves to G major. So that's, I wish I was faster. I could just execute. I'm actually going to take some more lessons with some other guitar teachers I'm going to have them watch my right hand and see if they have suggestions for how I can do some faster picking. So I know just enough to be mediocre with some of that stuff. Well, let's see. I guess I should start preparing for my gig a little bit. But this was a good warm-up and gives me something to do. Hopefully it wasn't too boring to listen to me, what do you call it? Make up stuff. It's all true. Well, guys, let me know what you're up to. If you ever have any ideas for any videos you want me to create, I would do my best if it's not too complicated. So keep playing and enjoy your day, enjoy your guitar, and enjoy your coffee. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Have a good day. Bye now.